Hi everyone. So today, it's a day that we get to have a little bit of fun and see what we can create together. This will be an uncut again, like normal, and my reasons are always the same. I cannot cut things out of my life. So that's why I do raw videos and I don't cut stuff out. I do sometimes do shorter videos, yes. Or I will do part 1, part 2, part 3 kind of a thing. And so that you can leave off wherever is good for you. But today, because it's one look that we're going for of a specific type, I'm going for a drugstore look today, guys. So, today, I have chosen between Maybelline and L'Oreal products. So, to start with, we're starting out with the Maybelline Fit Me Pore Matte and Poreless primer. It's also a smoothing primer. So we want to really press it into our faces, everyone, just so you know. Yes. So that's important. So it's good for all types of skin. So let's get started here. I have my trusty Powerhouse N17 brush. Love it. Yeah. Does all of my heavy lifting for me, as Nikki LaRose always says. So there you go. Now I've worked it into my brush. I always work it into my brush. It's on the back of my hand right now, warming up. So it's worked into my brush. I've got it on. I'm just gonna put it onto my skin here. And you want this all over your face, except above the eyes, you guys, except above the eyes. Now, we're gonna push this in to all over our face, and I'm gonna go over my T-zone here in a second, so that you guys can all get an idea of how to press in your primer, especially if it's pore refining or texture smoothing. Okay, so here now we take our fingers. The tools that always travel with us are your fingers, everybody. Now, always remember not to drag on your skin. What I'm doing is I'm using some force behind this to push this into my skin. This is a very nice primer. It's got a very nice scent to it. It's not too much. I have a lot of problems with scents. This one isn't that bad. It's pretty good. As far as primer goes, it feels like it is going to be a good primer. So I'm thinking good things about it right now. Okay, I just need to get some more here. Just put some more on the back of our hand. Sorry guys, just 1 second. I just don't want to pour out a copious amount and have it be way too much. Do you know what I mean? More is less. So Less is more, I should say. That's how it goes. Don't mind me. It's early. I just woke up not that long ago. The nurses let me sleep in today, so they were being nice and generous. So anyways, we go over to the other side and we spread it into the other side, and I will press it in on the other side, on this side that I'm working on now. And I'm using, I told you, the Fit Me by Maybelline. It's a very nice primer. From what I can tell, we'll find out how good it is, how nice it really is. Okay. So we've got the nose now. Now I'm gonna just work up, not too far up, just a little bit up here. Because I have to go back and push in that primer, right? So I'm gonna start by pushing it in here, push it in there, all down my nose, all right here. This is about the only place you can really get a long way with dragging. So then we wanna push it in here using a little bit of force. There we go. Just push it into the skin, everyone. So you go. Push it. Work it in to all those holes that you may have. Just push that all in there. Good job. All right. Moving right along, guys. Wonderful. And I'm trying to make this as quick as possible so that I don't have you guys here for too long. I know that you guys probably don't want to be here for over an hour. So I gotta try and keep it down to that. Okay, so we work it in to our head here. So we just wanna come up along our face here, where we have some there. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. So we use our tools. Just don't mind the people out in the hallway chatting away. You know, I'm in a hospital right now, so, you know, it gets kind of loud around here. Everyone just kind of got to deal with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, anyway, here we go. All right. So, I just got to rub that in, rub it in, all in there. Perfect. Lovely. Wonderful. Wonderful. Everybody. So our skin is nice and prepped and primed for what we're gonna do to it today. All right. So there's our primer on. All right, everybody. So primer's on. Now, you could easily put your primer on with your hands. I chose to do it this way so you guys could watch me and see how I do it, okay? I usually use my hands for my primer, but this is a different way. I like to use my brush where I can. Do you know what I mean, guys? I just want to work this in some more here, right in there, right in here. And the same is right in here. Okay, good. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good. Perfect. Sticking the hairs of my brush together, so it can't be that bad. Know what I mean? So there you go. All right. So now Now I have, for a foundation, I'll be honest here. I got the Superstay Vitamin C with Vitamin C 24-hour skin tint foundation. Now, I tried it on my skin and it's not the right color. I got the wrong color. I didn't get to go into the store because I'm in the hospital. I didn't have that opportunity. So I am going to be using this alternate one that I bought. I wish they'd have the other kind that I tried to buy, but they didn't, so I got this one. It is the Maybelline Fit Matte and Poreless 12-hour wear foundation. Normal to oily skin. So there you go, guys. It's what it is. Now they didn't have a pump, so boo for that. This is a pour one. So let's just be careful how much we pour out on our hand. Again, less is more in this world. So we just want to pour a little bit out onto our hand, put the lid on, try and keep my hand steady so that I can work this into my brush. You guys see how I'm doing that? You see how I'm working that into my brush? You should always do this with your foundations, guys. Okay, so I've thoroughly worked this into my brush. I'm just gonna get started here and go. So there I go. All right. We are to the races. Not the races. You know what I mean, right, guys? Joking. Just joking. That's what I always do. Love to joke with you guys. It's my thing. It's my thing. All right, everyone. So we are just going along. I want some coverage from this as well. I always want coverage from my foundation. I don't expect to cover all of it. I did buy a concealer. Like I said, this is a full drugstore look. So of course I bought a concealer. Because if you're going to go for a full face of makeup, you cannot skip buying a concealer. You just can't. Okay, guys? It's just not something you should do. Alright, there we go. Moving along right here, guys. Just moving along. Do you like that? There we go. Perfect. Let's do it like that. And I'm gonna go up here, pushing it into our heads, go up here, into our hairline. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm doing something I usually never do. I'm using my phone as my mirror. I may actually break out the mirror when it comes time for, tapping my color into the cheeks and stuff. Then I might be a little more, careful. but for foundation, I should be okay. So I do want to put some foundation on my eyelids to start, just to give it a little bit of a helping hand, if you guys know what I mean. Just to give my concealer a bit of a helping hand. It's all a helping hand, right? See, this concealer actually looks very good on. It's a very nice concealer, or not concealer. It's a very nice foundation. I'm quite enjoying it. Looks good. Okay, so now that's on that side. Now we're gonna work on the other side here. Just work this into the rest of our face here. Just go up the face, up the forehead. Just gonna wanna kind of drag that across. Just drag that across right into the hairline with this. Dragging it up. Perfect, everybody, perfect. Look, we're just going right along to town here. Right, guys? Okay. So you see I'm getting some good coverage out of this foundation. It's giving me some very good coverage. So yeah, it's working great. It's working very good. I don't have any complaints so far. That's for sure. I do not have any complaints. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that nice, everyone? This is a very nice foundation. Quite impressed. I did not cheat. I did not try these products. So what you're about to see is just, me throwing them on. Hoping for the best. You know what I mean, guys? Okay, perfect. There we go. I think that's as good as done for foundation wise. I think our foundation is all worked into our face here. Yeah, it is. Perfect. And fine foundation it is. All right. Make sure you do your nose. Your snout. The snout of your nose. Doesn't that sound nice? Sounds so attractive, doesn't it? I want to make sure I clean off my nose ring. Just don't want foundation all in my nose ring. Okay, perfect, guys. So that's our foundations on. I'm looking great. Just want to bring this down a little bit. Down in here. Just bring that down a little bit. Perfect. Bring it down. There we go. Wonderful, everybody. Wonderful. Great. Okay. So, now that that is done, I'm just going to quickly. Perfect. Wonderful. Look at that. Just cleaned right off my brush. Just quickly cleaned it off. Now, next. So the next product I bought was a product that was suggested to me through 2 different major YouTubers, Nina Yubi and Nikki LaRose. Both of them have suggested the Maybelline, what does that say? Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. So there you go. It's pretty self-explanatory. So this is supposed to reduce the look of aging. So for mature people or whatever, people who have concerns about that, this is the concealer for you. Now, some people may be looking at this going, that's not how it looks in the store. That's because I have to use this hygienically. So I took the felt tip off so that I could just drop it onto my hand. Do you guys get that? So yeah, so that I could put this. This goes in my pro kit. I keep it in there. So yeah, I'm just gonna, give this a couple twists here. Tip it upside down. Wait. A couple more twists. There it is. And you're gonna get a couple drops. How many? We don't know. We'll find out in here. Gonna give it another couple twists. Get a couple more drops. I mean, it's not exactly the most efficient way of doing it, but whatever. It works. But it still works, right? You know what I mean, guys? So, it worked great. That worked great. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. So I'll just deal with it. Yeah, you gotta be careful with this, guys. So there we go. Okay, perfect. That is our concealer. So, I'll link everything in the description. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go into this with my finger. No, I was gonna do this as like a normal human being. Oh, oops. I don't have my N16 here. Darn it. Okay, that's okay. I'll use MAC's concealer brush then. I shall use MAC's concealer brush. So I'm just gonna go into this just like that. Just like that. And I'm just gonna put this where I know I need the coverage. All down in it here and all the way across. Put that there. Get some other side. Perfect. Alright. Alrighty. Tidy. Perfect, you guys. Absolutely perfect. Wonderful. Everybody. Just wonderful. And as you can see, this has given me quite a bit of coverage. It has given me a lot of coverage, actually. This is a full coverage foundation, or concealer, I mean. The foundation helped, but it's the concealer that's doing the work right now. So I'm going to go back into that concealer, and I'm going to put it on top of my eyes now. Just kind of put it all over the tops of my eyes here. Just work this in nice and lovely. Make sure I work up the side of my nose, some right in where it gets dark and black. Want to lighten that up. Then we go along our eye here. Now you have to know that you're gonna need a powder brush for this as well. A setting brush. Or a powder brush. I don't have my setting brush with me, but I'm pretty sure I have my powder brush. I don't even... What is going on? Yes, I do have my powder brush. I was gonna say no, they can't all be dirty. Well, they're not dirty. They're clean. It's just I would have to call a nurse to come and give it to me. Do you know what I mean? And I don't really want to bother them for that. Though she would understand. But I shall not do that. I'll just keep on going as if we're normal. Do you know what I mean, guys? So I'm just gonna push that on, press that on, just like that. Okay, so look, we've got good coverage. I'm just gonna use my finger to make sure it's all nicely, evenly distributed over my eye, around my eye. You can see that it is perfect, lovely. That'll dry down and give me some good coverage. This is an amazing concealer. I agree with the other ladies. This is by far the best concealer I've ever tried from a drugstore. By far. And I've tried quite a few, you guys. This is, up there. Yes. I would say this is my number one now. This is my new number one. Perfect, you guys. Look at that. It's just like I had no bags under my eyes. Like, you look at this eye. You look at this eye. You go like this. You see these bags. You don't see it here. You know what I mean, guys? So now that we've done that, I'm just gonna go into my powder that I chose for this, and it is the Fit Me powder. It is very finely milled as well. It's a loose finishing powder. It comes in a nice square container. It looks like that. Very nice. For a drugstore powder, I was not expecting much, and I was pleasantly surprised by what I found. I really was. I was actually very shocked when I found what I found. It was quite amazing to me that this was a drugstore product. I'm not saying it's like up there with Makeup by Mario's, but it's very nice. It's a very nice powder. Very finely milled. It would rival some that are in Sephora. That's for sure. I know that much. So I'm just gonna take a good feel here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's perfect, you guys. That is just perfect. Set the eyes perfectly. We're just gonna make sure there's none there and there isn't. Wonderful. So we're just moving along here. It's good. Just keep it on. Just keep moving on. So we're just gonna go to the other eye now and do the exact same thing. I've never used this brush for concealing before. It's actually a great brush. I know I'm quite loyal to my Nikki LaRose brushes, but I have to say MAC's brush is very nice because this is a MAC Cosmetics brush that I'm using right now, and it is very nice. It's a very nice brush. Wow, this concealer is just wild. In a good way, not in a bad way. This is all good things, you guys. It's all good news. This is all good news. Good news that you're hearing me say it's wild. It's a very good thing. That means that it's going very well for me. Because this eye is the one I have the hardest time covering up. You know what I mean? I have to be very, very, very careful here when I'm covering it up here. So you know, guys, I was in the hospital one time for 18 months. Yeah, you heard me. 18 months I spent in the hospital. And I actually, you guys are going to be horrified when you hear this, I actually had to call the police on the hospital because they were unlawfully confining me. So I was under unlawful confinement. And the police, of course, being the police, didn't believe that I was actually telling the truth until I begged them to come and see. And they actually did come and see. And they said, yes, you are actually being unlawfully confined. And, of course, they told every nurse in that nursing station they could all be charged if I so chose to charge them with unlawful confinement. Not only would the doctor be charged, but every single nurse who had ever tried to stop me from leaving the floor was also guilty of unlawful confinement. And they told me it was up to me if I wanted to move forward with charges or not, but that they would have to call in a lot more police to obviously charge all these other nurses and the doctor with unlawful confinement. And I decided that I wanted to charge the doctor, just not the nurses, but I wanted the nurses. I wanted it on record so that if it happened again, I would press charges against everyone. And I did end up dropping the charges against the doctor. Don't ask me why. She didn't really deserve it, but, you know, it was me. I'm me. I'm a very nice person. Generally try and get along with everybody. But you can't always do that, right, guys? You can't always do that. And you guys know that. So yeah, I spent 18 months in here, and part of that was under unlawful confinement. It actually took me months to find out. I had to read through all of our laws to figure out that I was being unlawfully kept. And then they were in trouble. Then the proverbial you-know-what hit the fan. Yeah, so that was that. They hopefully, well, no, they did. They all learned a very valuable lesson. They thought I was joking when I said I was going to call the police. They thought that they couldn't be touched because they were nurses, especially the doctor. The doctor actually challenged me the one night and said, go ahead, call them. They won't do anything. So that was the night I called them. And she was wrong. So now you're going to say, well, then how come you decided not to charge her? Well, because, like I said, I didn't want the hassle of having to go to court. Seriously, that's why. I didn't want the hassle of having to go to court and deal with all of that and stuff, and yeah. It was very, I don't know, I didn't want to have to deal with it. So I didn't. I just chose to let it be. And it worked out the way it did. I mean, it worked out in a way that I actually got to leave the floor, which is all I wanted. I only wanted off the floor. It's not like I was asking for the moon, you guys, because I wasn't. Sorry, I'm just searching for my mirror. It was here. I am not quite sure where it moved to, but it was here. This is interesting. This is a very interesting problem that I'm having. No, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Where else can it be, you guys? Well, that's very interesting. Huh. I just don't know. So, to save us all time, I'm just going to get out my Giorgio Armani. No, I'm not using it because this is a drugstore look. Just getting the mirror out, you guys. Yeah, I'm sticking to the drugstore. Don't worry, not using it. Now, this is Maybelline's Tattoo Studio brow pencil. So this is the pencil you use for your brows. So I'm just going to quickly draw in some hairs here, lightly. See how dark this is, or light it is, or thick it is, or how well it works. Because you never know, right? It's so hard to tell sometimes with these things. It's just kind of got to go light-handed, light as she goes, right? So I usually try to draw the outline for my brow, right? So I'm just gonna draw the outline for my brow. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna draw that coming down here, right there. I want it to take a harsh bend, just a medium bend. Oh, don't go away, son. No, son, no, come back, come back. No, I'm joking, you guys. I also, because I have lupus, I can't be in the sun, and I'm very, very photosensitive. That's why my lights are always off, and why I'm often squinting when I'm using my studio lights, because I can't really see, because it's blinding me, because I'm very, very photosensitive. So yeah, there you go. Now you know why. I can't go out in the sun. I really can't anymore. It's quite dangerous for me to go in the sun, so I don't. If I go out in the sun, I can have a lupus flare-up, which is not ever a good thing. It's always a very bad thing, so I have to be very careful about it, about what I do. So yeah, I'm very mindful of what I do. So, you know, if I want to go outside and play, joking. If I want to go outside, I have to make sure it's a cloudy day. So, you know, make sure it's a cloudy day when I say, but that it's not raining. I mean, I guess I could go out in the rain. I don't melt, right? And it's not like I'm gonna melt. So it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Right. Alright. There we go. We got a brow done. Look at that brow. It's a nice brow, hey. Oh, I like it. Love it. Let's do it the same to the other eye. How about that? Alright. Here we go. Off we are to the races, guys. Off we are to the races. So we're just gonna go underneath here. Sketch out. Yes, I just referred to makeup in the terms of art, because it is art. So I'm just sketching out my brow here right now. Kind of, it's a bit too thick right there. Don't want it like that. That's perfect. Perfect. Fixed it. Then sketch along the top. Just lightly sketch, you guys. When I say sketch, I mean sketch. Like, don't be drawing crazy brows. Well, unless you want crazy brows, maybe that's your thing. And that's totally cool. Every person is different. Everyone is a different person. And everyone has a different idea of what's right and what's right for them. You know what I mean? So it's all about what's right for you, what suits you best. And you're only the only one who can judge that. You are the only person on the face of this planet that can judge what suits you. So I'm going to bring this over here so I'm not blocking you guys, because I don't like blocking you guys. So here we go. We're just going to draw a little bit of a tail on this one, because this one didn't really have much of a tail. So we have to draw its tail in for it. Because its tail just isn't there. Just going to shorten its tail a little bit. Just a little bit. And that's perfect. Wonderful. Lovely. Loving it. Wonderful. Here we go, guys. I hope you guys all see this, and you can see it. Good. So you're watching me draw my brow in, right? I'm just drawing that brow in little short hair strokes. Just draw it in. You know, defining my brow. Drawing my brow, basically. Got it in a good shape. We've got the good shape going on. Everything's going on for us. It's looking good. I just noticed that it had, could see it creased a little bit. So I wanted to just get the creases. And I did. They came out quite well. Quite nice. We have to go back over that and make sure. Anyways, that's to do in a little bit. We'll do that in a little bit, but we'll finish our brows for now. So we just keep on. God, oh, that's an alarm, guys. So that means there is a code in the hospital, whatever color it is. It was a code white, so that means that it was like a violent patient and it was an emergency. So go figure. Because that's usually where they are, is in emerge. If you get the code whites, they're usually an emergency. So there you go, guys. That's how that works. I'm just gonna touch that up a bit there. Give that a little 11 there. It's looking pretty good. Looks very good, actually. I'm really quite liking this concealer. Now, if I have any that's left, and I do, I'm going to try and fix up this little spot here, where I always seem to have issues. I'm gonna put my pencil down there. Going to try and fix this up and see if I can get this perfect. And if I can get this perfect, I'm just gonna set it, okay guys? Just cause I don't want creases to set into this. So I'm just gonna set this, I think, right now. My under eyes, just my under eyes. Because I have more cream, oh yeah, that's perfect, yeah. I'm better off to do that right now. Because I'm using more cream products, I don't want to set my face, but I do want to set I want to set my face, but I do want to set excuse me while I lose my train of thought. I do want to set my under eyes, just my under eyes right now. I'll set my face in a bit. That's to come, okay guys? And by guys, I mean guys and gals, so nobody get insulted, please. It's just a generalized term that I always use. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All set now. There you go, you guys. Everything's set. Perfect. Wonderful. Under eyes are all set. Lovely. Loving it. There we go. Perfect. Loving it. Looking good. We're looking good today. Our brows are looking fairly good. That brow pencil actually worked. It did. It's showing that there's more of a shadow than there, that it's darker than it really is underneath there. It's just, it throws shadows in this room quite bad. So yeah, it's not actually that thick. It's really quite skinny, so it's just the shadows in the room. Anyways, we're gonna just bash on like we're normal. You know what I mean, guys? What is normal anyways? What's that about? So back to my 18 months in prison, because I actually call this place prison. I do. I have nicknamed it prison. Yes. So for the last, for 18 months, I spent in prison here. It was quite interesting, it really was. I did not, and I mean I did not have a good time at all. The doctor I had was a real bad doctor. I just kept getting bad doctor after bad doctor after bad doctor. And it was just one big, you know what, show. So, yeah, it just wasn't good all around. It was all around bad. So, but I dealt with it the best way I could. And the best way I know how. And how is that, you ask? Through humor. And one of the doctors actually suggested that because we now have a program in Canada called MAID, so that if you are told you have a terminal illness, you do not have to continue on with your life. You can choose to go out if you will. I don't want to say that, but that's exactly what it is you can choose to go peacefully. What they do is they put you to sleep, and then they deal the final blow to you while you're sleeping. I'm not smiling right now, just doing it so I can see what I'm doing. Perfect. This is the perfect color, guys. Anyways, yeah, so we have that here. This was before that, though. And so the doctor actually suggested that I go to Holland and get euthanized to my mother. That is what the doctor told my mother. So I don't really know what to say about that, other than she was a really crappy doctor. I didn't know how to deal with stuff. But she was the one that got in trouble for unlawful confinement. She realized she had pushed it way too far with me then, and exactly who she was messing with when she did it. After she done it, I should say. It was after she had done it is when she realized how bad she had messed up. Okay, so there's our cream blush. Looking very nice. Just gonna, flush that up and blend it in nicely into our hairline. There we go. That's a nice color. This is a nice blush, a very nice blush, especially for how cheap it was. It's like $9 or something. That's Canadian, you guys. So that's really cheap. But it's a really good sheer cheek tint. What is this called here? Oh, don't lose the cap, Erin. There it is. It's called Cheek Heat by Maybelline. Cheek Heat by Maybelline, you guys. So if you would like to recreate this look, it is Cheek Heat. So there you go. That is what we have got going on today. So we are just going to do the same on the other side. Now, yeah, so because we didn't have the maid program here, then I was told to go to a different country and kill myself. Could you believe a doctor actually said that? I know, right? Like a doctor saying go kill yourself. But that's kind of double standard, is it not? Like, here you are, supposed to be making people better, and yet you're telling someone to go and kill themselves. I don't get it. To me, that was outrageous at that point. That was really outrageous. Really was. She had a lot of balls for saying that, especially to my mother. Like, what is wrong with you? Seriously, what is wrong with you? My mother was, needless to say, quite horrified. But yeah, that's what she said. That's what went down. So yeah, it was quite horrible. Needless to say, will never see that doctor ever again. Ever. Never, ever. I have a tissue under the table, guys. I'm wiping my hand off. Don't mind me. My eyes watering quite horribly. I have makeup on my face, so it just senses it and goes, makeup, time to water. Whoa. Do you know what I mean, guys? Okay, so there we go. We have a nice, good flush going on. We've got a nice, good flush on the other side going on. We're just gonna make sure that it's nice and flushed out, not too flushy. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to walk around looking like you got a fever. You really don't. So you kind of gotta, keep it in check here. There we go. That's perfect. That's wonderful. That's just the ticket. That's the money ticket right there. Perfect, you guys. Just bloody perfect. Wonderful. I'm liking it. Looks great. Looks fantastic. We're ready to go out carousing now, guys. Carousing. It's an old word. It's a word you don't hear very much anymore. Carouse the town. Back when we had such things. Seems like everything's a city now. Anyways, on to bronzing. But now, I will tell you now, we are done with all the wet stuff. We can set our makeup. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take my powder brush here, which is my 102. Yeah, that's right. Now, I'm going to dip this into my powder, and then I am going to put the powder on my face. So let's all watch and have fun.
I just checked there in the morning, and I came up to check my view, and I changed the drawing. And so I just started quick custom games,
okay, and then we just want to fluff this away. Just fluff it all out. Fluffy brush it away.
Touching anything or
Brush it out. Fluffy brush it away. Good, everybody. Perfect. That's what you want right there. So we have set our makeup in place. It is now set and perfect. Sorry the RTs are talking out in the hallway, guys. If you're wondering what's going on, that's what's going on. So there you go. Anyway, look at this. Isn't that pretty now? There we go. There we go. Nice and pretty, eh? It's looking gorgeous. All right. So next, we have bronzer. We're gonna do bronzers, guys. So how about we bronze it up? Let us bronze it up. What the 103?
usually it'll say checks after that or check filter.
Hi guys, so now we're on to bronzing. And back to my story. Sorry, I just had to deal with the RTs and stuff. They have to do their jobs, so you don't kind of have to let them. So I'm using my BK Beauty 103. I used the 102 to put my powder on and to brush it away. I'm using the BK Beauty 102 to do my bronzer. Make sure you tap it off. All right, now we're gonna cut a line right there. Perfect, wonderful. It's It's looking great, guys. Wonderful. I'm loving it, everybody. Just loving it. So we just gonna, just mix that in with the mix. Don't go down too low into your jaw. Keep it fairly high up there. And don't overpower your blush, but kind of also mix it in, but sculpt at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you see that? There's a nice definition there. Perfect. It's how it's supposed to be. And you can see on this side, I have a hollow there, just like I do on this side. I have one here, I have one here, I have hollows. So they're kind of your roadmap for where you want to go for your placement. So we're just gonna follow that roadmap. Go down here, right across, shooting for in between the nose and the mouth, right? That's where we want to shoot for, just under the cheekbone, right? Right, guys. And you just kind of want to marry the two together. You want to marry the bronzer with the cheek tint. So there you go. That's what it looks like. You have that nice definition there. Your makeup looks great. Right, guys? Looks great on that side. Looks great on this side. I'm just gonna take it down just a notch there. That's looking much better. Yeah, that looks good, guys. It's looking good. Okay. And now, I may go in for just a tiny bit more cheek tint on this side. I think I will. I think I will do that. This is the City Bronzer by Maybelline. Oh yeah, I'll show you our cheek tint that we're using. It's Cheek Heat. Let's see. Yeah, right there you go. Cheek Heat. Perfect. Cheek Heat. No, that's upside down. Right side up. Cheek Heat. There you go. So there you go. That's what we're using, guys. That is what we are using today. Now I'm going to go onto my brush with this. I'm just gonna go straight onto my brush with this. I just want to cross it. Just kind of roll right across my brush with it. Funny story that. Okay, now. Yeah, hold my hand sort of out of the way so I can see what's going on here. All right. Yeah, I want to put a little bit more of a color up in here, up here, and through here. I just want this a little bit more tinted up here. It kind of petered out there, so you just want to bring that back. There you go. And now you have your bronzer there. Looks great. You look great. Wonderful. We have our nice cheek heat. We have our bronzer. Now I'm going to continue on with bronzing. Here, across here, here. It's all going to connect together, as you're going to see. Just like I always do. Okay, guys? It's just I'm doing it with a different brush today. That's the only difference. It's the only difference. Actually, I don't want to use a different brush today. I did it for a little bit. I was a good girl. Kudos to Erin. She did it. I put my N17 down for 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean, guys? Oh, brush down. Just a second, guys. Got to grab all my brushes. One didn't make it back in the case. Right. N17. That's rather important. That's my life support. Ugh, it just came undone. It's not good. I didn't panic, I never do. If you panic, you are, wow. This is not the job for you if you're gonna panic. Don't panic. That's about the first thing they ever teach you is don't panic, because it's when you panic you make mistakes, right? So yeah, you don't want to be doing that. So we just go into our flowing hairline with this. Okay, we're gonna brush it up here into our flowing hair line. Pick it up with your brush. Brush it off. It's a bit much. This bronzer is kind of all or nothing. It's a little weird. It's great because it's super pigmented, but yes, it's just not. Just takes a little bit of getting used to. That's all. So we got that. We got it into our hairline. Now we just want to come across our forehead into our hairline, right? Go across our forehead into our hairlines, right there. See us coming across. We come across more into our hairline. We're doing good. Okay, guys. Now, that's good radio. Just gonna, there we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Lovely. You know what, guys? We are just about finished. We do not have a whole bunch more left to go. So don't quit on me now. Because I am just about done. The drugstore look. And so far, you can't tell, can you? Can you tell this is a drugstore look? Do these products look cheap to you? Because they don't to me. They really don't look cheap to me. Now I'm gonna quickly do my highlighting because I have my Master Chrome by Maybelline out, and it is my highlighter because I told you guys this is going to be a longer one because I'm doing everything. So there we go. We do our brow bone right there, brow bone. We do our cheekbone right there, other side, cheekbone. There. Perfect. Then we do our bridge of our nose right there. And then we do tip of the nose right there. Then we do Cupid's bow right there. Yeah. It's supposed to look like that. Oh, and don't forget, tip of the chin. Right there. Put some highlighter right in there. Perfect. So, that's all I needed that for. Amazing, right? I bought that whole thing just for that. So there you go. That's done. The highlighter's done. Now, our next product that we're gonna use, because we are down, guys. We are down to the wire. We are totally down to the wire, okay, guys? Totally down to the wire with everything here. I'm just moving stuff around on my table so I can see what's going on here. So I'm going to take our eyeshadow, which I showed you yesterday. It's a L'Oreal Paris. This is the La Shadow Stick by L'Oreal Paris, and it is Cloudy Rose. That is the color we are using. We're just gonna wanna put this on our eyes like that. I'm gonna get my Armani mirror out. Sorry guys. It's not that I don't love y'all. I do. It's just I need to be able to see properly to do this also. Oh, this is such a lovely color, you guys. Wow. This is wild. This is very shimmery. It's a very shimmery color. I like it. It's kind of like a little bit of a chrome. It's a nice cream shadow. Very nice. Very, very nice. I really enjoy it. Very, very nice. I really enjoy this. Who knew? Right? Who knew such things could be there? Okay, so there's one eye perfectly done for you, and people are throwing trays out in the hallway. Well, that's the life of the hospital. In the hospital, I should say. That's life in the hospital. Isn't that a nice color? Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous color. Looks really good on me. So, okay, now we're just gonna go up here again. Just up there. Close this eye. Just gonna. I'm gonna use the other hand because it's easier. So I'm just gonna draw this on here like this. There we go. Just apply it to our eye. Apply it to the lash line there. Just gonna make our eye water, but that's okay. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. Because we've set our makeup, so it can water all bloody well wants. Perfect. Perfectly perfect. We have set our eyes perfect. Wonderful. And they won't crease, guys. Our eyes won't crease because we set them with concealer and powder. So they were already set. I did not have to buy eyeshadow primer. It's one thing I didn't buy because you don't have to buy it. So why pay for something you don't have to have? Do you know what I mean, guys? So there you go. That is our eye color. That's on. It's on us. It's beautiful. It looks lovely on. I'm just loving it. I'm just gonna dab my finger across it to make sure it's all over our eye evenly. Perfect. Love it. Look at that. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So now here comes the fun part. We get to do the lovely eyelashes. We get to curl and put mascara on our eyelashes. Okay, you guys, just keep on hanging on. Just about done. We only got lips left to go. And this drugstore look is all finished. And we will be gorgeous. And you guys have to see. You have to see this mascara. It is to die for. It really is. I love this mascara. It's I keep one of these in my kit. So yeah, I have one in my pro kit, I have one in my own. Just because it's that good. Okay guys, here we go. It's the L'Oreal Paris Panoramic Voluminous. Voluminous. You know what I'm trying to say. Can't get my tongue wrapped around words today. I have a hard time speaking. Surprised I've done this so well so far. Wow. This is just nuts. I love this mascara. It's really quite the mascara. Just gonna pull that. There we go. And I'm gonna get bottom lashes here. Perfect. Okay. There you go. There's one eye. All right. Now we go in. Now it's a little like, it's quite a lot right now because this is brand new. This is a brand new mascara, guys. It takes a while to break mascaras in. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's actually a thing. Like YSL's Lash Clash mascara, it just gets better over time. And the more you use it, the better it gets. Like I pumped this, so you know it should be better than if you were to just go straight into it. But yeah. So anyways, there we go. There we go. Perfect. We are looking beautiful. Now everyone, what I want you to do is grab your lipstick. Okay, so there's our lashes, right? Lipstick. Alrighty-o, tidy-o. This is Maybelline's 24 color Superstay lip color. Now the first step, there's 2 steps. This is the color, so you put your color on. Step 1. Okay, so we get our mirror out. Step 1. Take your color. It's in Petal. This is called Petal. You know, guys, you guys know what I forgot. You're gonna laugh when I say it, but I forgot the lip liner. That's okay, it's not a big deal, I don't need it, but, yeah, I forgot it. I don't mean I forgot to buy it, I mean I forgot to put it on. Because I'm just in a hurry, so that you guys don't have to sit through any more of this. You can just be done and over. You know what I'm saying, guys? Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna do our Cupid's bow. Make sure our Cupid's bow is done properly here. All right, and it is. Okay, so now you do the second step, okay? This is the second step. You put your color back on and you pull this off. And out comes, you put this up, and this is the conditioner. Okay, this is what makes it stay, so to speak. So this is what makes it stay. So here we go. Wow. Wowzers. This also really brings out the color in your lips. It's not sticky at all. It was a bit it's sticky before you put this stuff on. And do you see this? This isn't colored at all. So it doesn't transfer onto this. But as you see, my natural oils are coming through. I'm starting to look wonderful. This is our drugstore look. There you go, guys. I hope you all love it. I really do. I'm very, very proud of all of you for making it through this with me. I love you. I thank you. I hope you enjoy it. And remember, be kind to one another. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.